6, go to Delorean today. All right, I'm waiting. Okay. I need to mute this right away. 6. Okay, there we go. All right. So I'm going to go to Delorean today because we do have a new person on the call and I want to get her acclimated to what we have going on. Everybody say hi to Yamile. She is finally here with us. I'm really happy to have her. It's Mrs. Pittman. I see her as Mrs. Pittman on the participants. So welcome, Mrs. Pittman. I'm really happy that you're here. I'm going to talk to you after this. But yes, so I'm going to go step by step, going over my process, right? And this is going to be a refresher for everyone, but it's always good to see the same things over and over and over again. Practice makes perfect. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go back here. So when we're going to trade, and this is binary options that we're talking about, the first thing that we want to do is know what our goal is, right? So you have to have this plan, a trading plan, so that you know your goal, you know how much you're willing to lose. And so that's going to keep you on course to getting to the goal. So first, we're going to go to compounddaily.org. All right. And we will go to the compound daily interest calculator. Let me see here. Let me move this. All right, so we can expand that. Pull this to the bottom. Okay. So on compounddaily.org, this is where I come to map out what things are. And let's say we start a trading account with $100, right? Let's go back here. Okay, I definitely need to move this up. All right. So the goal here, I have it as 5 to 8%, but I actually was supposed to change that. We're doing 3 to 5% now, okay? We're dropping it down. 3 to 5% of growth in a day, because 8% is really ambitious. That's for a more seasoned trader. And I mean, some seasoned traders trade more than that, but I think 3 to 5% is a nice little comfort zone for someone that's just getting started, right? So compounddaily.org, $100 we're going to start with. Say we decide we're going to grow that to 5%, and we will do that over the course of 60 days. And we're not going to take anything out. We're going to reinvest everything that we earn, right? So we're not making any withdrawals in this 60-day period. So 100% is what we reinvest. We're not including weekends because the Forex market is closed at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Friday evening. It reopens at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Sunday evening, right? So the market's closed right now. Now, do a quick calculation, and we see that we can grow $100 to over 1,000. So, and that's okay, let's admit. And that's, just thinking of growing by 5% per day. And we know that if you put $100 in a checking or savings account, you could never expect to make this money, right? You're not even getting 1%. It's like 0.0025 or something really tiny that you can expect to gain. And also putting that kind of money in your account, you go back in 2 months, you're going to have less than that because they're going to charge you for not having a high enough minimum balance. So there's that, right? So starting from day one, going for 5% in a day, right? 5% of $100 is $5. So you would just need to make $5 and then stop trading. You can just be done. Fast forward to day 30 and you're making $20. Just being steady, taking your time, going slow, right? And on the last day, you're making close to $100 in a day. It's still 5%. It's just being disciplined and patient. Because when it comes to trading, you can learn the skill, no problem. What normally takes people out is the discipline and the patience of it. So you have to be working on that side of yourself as well as learning the skill. It goes hand in hand. You have to be improving in that area, right? And, as time goes by, you can decide what you want to be earning for a day, right? So if you decide eventually, oh, I think I'm ready now, I can up it to that 8%, put that 8 in, you know, it's over $10,000 that you can actually make in the same time frame. But you just start slow, and we know that past performance doesn't guarantee future results. And this is a calculator, so we're human, so we're not going to have perfect days. But if you hit 50%, could you be okay with that? I definitely could. So let's go back to the chart. Next, risk management. When it comes to risk, actually, right now, I want you to risk 1% per trade, right? Intending to grow 5% in a day, and we saw that you want to make $5 and you'll be done. It doesn't mean that you're going to risk $5 in any one given trade. You're only going to risk 1% of the $100, right? And once you hit your target, you stop trading, right? So there are actually 2 times when you stop trading. You stop trading when you hit your target. You also need to stop trading if you hit what we'll call your stop loss, which is a number that you would have calculated. So you know that if you take a 3% or 2% lesson, whatever amount you decide that you're willing to take a loss on, once you hit that number, then you know that you need to stop, right? Next, we're going to go to the Forex Factory. And here, we're going to figure out what we're going to trade, right? Or what we're not going to trade, I should say, right? So Forex Factory is going to give you the news, and you're going to see folders of different colors. The date is going to be here. It's on the date, what time it is, what currency it is, and the folders are here. And gray folders mean a bank holiday typically, but we see here daylight saving time shift. I wasn't aware of that. Good to Good to know because I'm affected by that, right? So yellow folders are low impact news events. So if I am trading and I'm looking at a currency that has a yellow folder, it may not deter me from taking a trade with that currency in the pair. Orange is medium impact. So I may or may not trade that currency. If I do, I'm going to reduce my risk. So if I risk 1% per trade, I'm going to reduce it to say 0.5%, right? And then the red folder is high impact expected. So you're absolutely not going to trade anything with that currency. Okay, so we see here that on Monday, November 1st at 10 a.m., there is going to be a red folder on the US dollar. So if you're someone that trades at 10 o'clock in the morning for an hour, you would just not trade anything with US pairs. And that's for binary options. There are some people that trade the news. I'm not someone that does that, right? That's not what I do, right? So I wouldn't be doing this trade. Also, if I'm going to be trading and say it's 11 o'clock and there's an orange folder, a yellow folder, another orange folder. Maybe no red is there, but there are quite a few folders of not just yellow, other colors. I will stay away from that currency because there are so many currencies to choose from. There's no reason that I absolutely have to trade this particular thing, right? And yeah, so looking at this, we see today is Saturday. Normally there wouldn't be anything here, but the world leaders are meeting. They have the G20 meetings taking place, so we see things going on. But typically you wouldn't even see anything on a Saturday, nothing until Sunday evening. See, the market reopens at 5 p.m. So at 5:30 p.m., that's when you see more activity starting to happen. And I don't trade at 5 o'clock because that's like the start of things. So every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's like a reset, I realize. So I'm not trading at that time. Okay. Actually, I forgot. Let me drop the link for these sites. This is for compounddaily.org. That's the compound calculator. And let's look at this one. Copy. This is forexfactory.com. There we go. All right. So those are two sites that I use. Let's go back to this. All right. So now that after you've looked and you've decided what you're not going to trade, we need to find out what we are going to trade. So to do that, I'm going to check currency strengths. And there are two sites that I can use. So to check the currency strength, I can go to lifecharts.co.uk or I can go to finviz.com. And when the base currency is greater than the quote currency, the first currency is the base, the second is the quote. So when the base currency is greater than the quote currency, I'm looking for buy opportunities or bullish opportunities. You're going to hear the word bullish once you're going through the videos in the academy, right? When the base currency is weaker than the quote currency, you're going to look for bearish ideas or sell opportunities, right? So when it's bullish in binary options, you're taking calls. And when it's bearish, you're taking puts. All right. Bulls go up, bears go down. So let's look at these sites. So first we look at livecharts.co.uk, and then we're going to select currency strength meter. And here we have it. Let me copy this and drop it in the chat for you. Okay. There we go. So here, what you're looking at is just the currencies represented by bars. The more bars, the stronger the currency. So looking at this, I see euro is the weakest right now, and USD and NZD appear to be the strongest currencies, and then others fall in between. So remember, I said when the base is stronger than the quote, we're looking for bullish ideas or calls or buys. So an example of that would be saying USD JPY. USD has more bars, so it's stronger than JPY, right? But for me personally, I'm looking for something that has a little bit more separation. You know, I want a greater divide. They're close in strength just looking at this. So I really wouldn't be analyzing that. That wouldn't be my go-to right about now. All right. But the other side, FinViz, displays the currency strength in a different way. It shows the volume. So finviz.com, and I tend to use this one more. When I come here, you select Forex. Let me copy and paste. There we go. So here, the currency strength is represented just in a bar, and to the far left, we have the strongest currency being the US dollar, right? To the far right, we have the weakest, which is the euro, right? So right now, in terms of buy opportunity, I would look at USD JPY, USD CAD, and that's it, right? But Euro USD is what I would really love to look at. Euro USD has the greatest divide, right? They're the furthest apart. So Euro being the first currency, being that it's on the right side and it's the weakest, so it's the weaker of the two. So I would be looking for a bearish idea or a sell or for price to go down. Does anybody have any questions based on what I've said so far? No, everybody is good. Don't be shy. If you don't want to unmute yourself, you can type in the chat. Okay. I don't mind going back over anything. Okay. So once we have that squared away, right? Next, we're going to want to look at trade time, right? A recurring question is how much time per trade? So with HFX, hold on, let's see. Now I can't see the questions. Okay, let's see. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, so we enter trades in HFX Delorean on a 5-minute chart, right? Because I'm doing Delorean today. So we're looking at a 5-minute chart. And since each candle equals 5 minutes, whenever the new candle opens up, you can take a trade for between 1 to 5 minutes, or there's this 3 candle rule, which I've just started implementing that. Sometimes, it's kind of freeing, where I'll get in the trade for 15 minutes. That's 3 candles, 5 minutes per candle. So 3 5 is 15, right? But you get in right when the candle opens. But for me personally, I've been doing 4 minutes typically, but when I trade with Ty, I do 1 minute trades. Like, she's really good with Delorean. Her analysis is on point. So I feel confident jumping in for a minute when I'm doing it with her. But with practice in a demo, you will determine what time frame works best for you, right? So it's really up to you, right? Now, if you're looking to get into a trade, but the countdown clock has, say, 3 minutes, for instance, do not get into the trade for 5 minutes, right? You got to wait for the next candle to open and decide if you think the opportunity is still there for that trade, right? Um, it just, those who take 1 minute trades, opportunity could still be there. It's, you'll get the hang of it once you're practicing over and over, right? For me personally, if there's less than 2 minutes though, I'm not taking the trade. I'm just going to wait for the next candle, right? And now we're going to go to Trading View. And the Trading View is a site that's free to sign up. You can definitely get the paid version. The paid version is going to give you additional features that you may find useful, but there's nothing wrong with starting with the free version, right? Let me copy and paste that into the chat. Okay. So when it comes to Trading View, you can just sign up with your Google credentials. Once you have a Google account, you can use that same Google login to log into Trading View. Okay, simple. Now go to charts. Close this. And I'm gonna show you the indicators that you need in order to do Delorean. Okay. I have a video that will teach you how to use TradingView, how to set it up. So I will forward that to anybody that needs it who is new to the trading. All right. So for Delorean, there's an indicator that you'll need. You go to FX and you'll search Delorean, and you can start Delorean EMAs, right? Once you start it, it will be in your favorites. And you select that. No problem. No problem. You select that, and it's going to populate all the EMAs that you need. So you have the 5 EMAs in one, right? And when you're doing Delorean, you're looking for buy opportunities or sell opportunities in a trending market. It doesn't work when the market is in consolidation. It's for trending markets. So let's hide this for right now. We had looked and we had seen that Euro USD, that the base was weaker than the quote. So we were looking for bearish ideas. We're looking for price to go down. So when you go here, you can search Euro USD. It just so happens that I'm on it right now, right? And we see that it is bearish. See, this is a downtrend. So, and a red candle is a bearish candle. A red candle opens at the top, closes at the bottom. The green candle is bullish. It opens at the bottom, it closes at the top, right? And if you notice, you see a thin line there. That's the wick, the candle wick. This means that at some point, price had traveled down here, but it actually ended up closing here. It also means that price had traveled up here, but then it ultimately came down and closed at the bottom. So this candle to the left, it's closed here, right? So the new candle opens where the previous candle closed. So this closed here, so this candle opened here. So when price traveled this way, it was actually green. If it went above the candle open price, it was green, but then came back down and went bearish, so red. So just keep that in mind. Red candle, bearish candle means price is going down. Green candle, bullish candle, meaning price is going up. So since the trend is for price to go down, when we put the Delorean EMAs on, we would be looking for the indicators, all these lines, we would be looking for them to be above price. So when the indicators are above the candle, that means we're in a bearish trend, right? Oh, okay. We're in a bearish trend. So there's a setup that you want to be looking for when it comes to Delorean. You're looking for YRAGB, and I'm gonna type that in the chat. YRAGB. That's for yellow, red, aqua, gray, and blue, right? Very important to note. That's the positioning that you want to see these EMAs in. These lines, they're called EMAs. You want to see them in that position: yellow, red, aqua, gray, blue. So since price is trending down, you want to see yellow, red, aqua, gray, blue in that order. And here we see that it's not. We have yellow, red, gray, aqua, blue. So we wouldn't be looking at that, okay? We need it to be the way we need it to be. Things are looking crazy here. So this is, I can't, but just keep that in mind. Let's see what else. Let's look at GBP USD and see if we can find it there. Go here, GBP USD. And when I search the currency, I'm always going to select the Owanda option. You notice there are several different options to choose from. You're like, which option should I choose? Select Owanda. Owanda is going to correspond more accurately with the price in your broker. Okay, we see that it's not giving what it's supposed to give here either. um, yellow, red, aqua, gray, blue. So it's just starting to go in the right direction, like have the right positioning here, but I wouldn't be jumping in just yet. I would be waiting to see, I want to see price close further down, right? So now this goes to the next thing. There's something else that we need to help us when it comes to DeLorean, and that's this other indicator, the stochastic. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to select stochastic. So STOCH, and there it is, stochastic. You star that, okay? And there we have, then you have it. Oh, why? Why don't I have it? It was supposed to be default. Okay, well, I get to show you how to set it up. So once you have the stochastic, you're going to go to settings. You want to change this to yellow. Want to change this to red. All right, so we have K being yellow, D being red. I'm removing the background, right? And under inputs, I'm going to change it to 1433. I'm going to select default, and I'm going to select save as default. Actually, I want to make these lines a little bit thicker. Hold on. Yeah, make it a little thicker. Select this line, make it a little bit thicker as well. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to set save as default and hit OK. So now when I have this here, when we're in a sell trend, so we're looking for price to go down, and we have yellow, red, aqua, gray, and blue above. The stochastic, I want to see it positioned exactly the same way, the yellow and red, as the yellow and red here. So we have yellow on the bottom, we have yellow on the bottom, and we have red on top, red on top. So seeing this, that looks good to me, right? So this will give me confidence because it just crossed. When the yellow and red EMA stochastic first cross, then it's gonna separate more than likely. That's a good time to get into a trade, right? But we'll be looking on the 5 minute. So on the 5 minute, we see yellow, red, aqua, gray, blue. Perfect. Perfect. And we see it happening here. It's a little bit close, so, you know, I'd wait, but the market is closed, so no movement. So next candle, I would probably take an entry there. Is everybody with me so far? Okay. All right. So this is demonstrating a sell. Let's see. Okay, good. This is demonstrating a sell because, you know, GBP was weaker than USD. Let's look and see. Let's look at USD JPY and see if it will be positioned just right. All right. Go here, you type in USD JPY, Owanda, I select that. All right, so for a buy, we want to see the lines below price, below the candle, and we don't see that happening here. we see it here. We see it right here. Yellow, red, aqua, but it's not gray, blue, right? We need YRAGB in whatever the direction. So we needed yellow, red, aqua. We need gray next and blue. Just remember that. So on the bottom, it's yellow first. On the top, yellow first. YRAGB. And we want the stochastic to mirror the yellow and red, the 13 and 5 EMA, right? And that's what we would need. And in entering a trade, let's just pretend that it was YRAGB, that it was the perfect setup, and that we had yellow on top, like right here. What we would do is we would wait for price to come to the yellow line, and we would enter. Every time price comes to the yellow line, it's an opportunity for an entry. Okay. That's how we're doing it. So like right here, this is a Delorean. This is actually a Delorean. The red line is cutting through both the candle bodies, right? And this candle is bigger than the red candle. So we could get into this one with confidence. This is a Delorean. Red line is cutting through both candle bodies. The aqua is closely below, right? And there's space for profit because there are no lines above, right? So we have the free and clear. You can get in for, I think if you got in for 2 minutes, you could have messed up with this one, because if you notice, it pulled all the way back here. So that was a dangerous one, right? But if you got in for 15 minutes, you would have cleared no problem. It's a perfect Delorean. If you get in with the 3 candle rule, so that's 5, 10, 15 minutes, 3 candles, you clear by a mile. So, you know, you can decide what works for you. Do you like to do a minute trade? If you did a minute trade here, I don't think you would have made out too well. That's why I'm not really a minute type of person. But yeah, when I'm getting in, if I think things are a little bit iffy, if I'm questioning things, I'll just go up to the 15-minute time frame real quick and just check to see if things are looking the same, right? If it's looking the same on the 15, then I can get in with confidence. It wasn't looking the same, so I would not have necessarily gotten in. But this is what a perfect Delorean setup, where you have red line cutting through both the candle bodies, right? The green is bigger than the red. Could get in 3 candle rule, you would have cleared. Anybody has any questions? Nope. Okay. All right. So I'm going to be doing a session tomorrow just to give a demo in the actual live charts. I'm going to drop the link. It will be at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, 7 p.m. is not the ideal time to trade. Actually, the best time to trade is from 12 a.m. to 12 noon. and the most volume is in the market at around 3:30 a.m. So that's actually the best time to trade. Uh, I know that most of you cannot do that, but just, um, and 6 to 10 a.m. is like a really good time. So anybody who can be up 5, 6 o'clock, if you go to work at 7, you could get up. If you get up 5 o'clock, you can jump in the charts real quick, get one or two trades before you go to work. I don't know, you know but everything is going to take practice, but with practice you'll get better. But also I want to recommend for anybody who wants to you know be successful, I recommend that you read Trading in the Zone. I forget who the author is right now. Trading in the Zone, let me Google that really quick. But if anybody knows the name of the author, just drop it in the chat. If not, I'm looking it up. Trading in the Zone. Mark Douglas. Okay. So let me put that. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. It's a good book to read. It's all about getting that discipline down. Okay. All right. So with that, I think we are done for today. If nobody has any questions, did everybody have any questions from the trading week, or we're all good? Don't all answer at once. Okay. All right. Let's see. All good. Okay. All right. So yes, thank you guys for getting on. It's 6:49, so a little bit early. Ty is not on today, I don't think. I think Moneybag Slow is wings. Ty is not on today. Ty actually has hit her 40,000 milestone, and she hit it a while ago. She's actually more like close to 45,000 by this point, but she's having her celebration on her YouTube channel today. So she's busy doing things, getting prepared. If anybody wants to support, it's over at the Ty Said What Ty Said channel. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to play games. We're going to be singing. This is a rare opportunity to see me, in my element singing, because I'm amazing. But yeah, come check us out over there. I believe it's starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but yes. But with that, Saucy Saturday is officially over. Another one in the books. Goodbye, people out there in YouTube land. I'm going to stop this live stream.